What is up, everybody? We are back. Welcome to the Zaid Comics channel. I am Phil, and we're here for an awesome show. We'll be hanging out for the next 30 minutes to talk about what you guys just saw, First Man 2, one of the newest campaigns up on IGG, and super excited to talk to Andy about this. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We got some awesome people in the chat. David Feed was here. Yesterday's Fool, Jay Dalla. What's up, Jay Money? Bristol and Dave, what's up, bro? Bristol and Dave. Amanda B, RBI Studios, thanks for coming in, and Earthmind. I appreciate it, guys. If you guys haven't yet, you probably have or subscribed to the channel. If not, please do so. And before we get started, I wanted to show this off. I just got this in like 10 minutes ago in the mail. A book that I backed a while ago. Awesome book. Can't wait to read this. The newest campaign from Tug, that umbrella guy. Another case of the littlest umbrella out from Tug. Some awesome art. I love this cover. This is the reprint, I think, of the first one with the awesome X-Men homage. So shout outs to Tug for getting this fulfilled. Just got this in, and I'll be posting a picture up on Twitter. There's a bunch of trading cards and stuff with that. So shout outs to them. But let's get the man in here himself, the man that wrote the book on drawing comics, Andy Smith. What's up, brother?
How's it going, man? Yeah, I did. That's one of those few things I can actually, if somebody ever wants to be a smartass and go, oh, what, did you write the book on it? I can go, yes, I did. Drawing Dynamic Comics by me. So
yeah, that is awesome. Yeah, thanks for coming on, man. I can't wait to talk about this campaign. This is going to be your second campaign. The first one is already fulfilled and out there.
It is. It's totally shipped out, and I closed it down on Monday just so there'd only be the one going.
Awesome. So. Yeah, no, this is the campaign looks great as well. I love the look at the character, really cool design, and kind of brings me back to kind of some classic superhero stuff from back in the day. There's a lot of different ideas mixed up in this series, and let's just get into it. Let's see, First Man 2. I remember seeing. How long has this character been with you? Because I feel like I've seen him on some of the books you've done, like covers of them, him and the bad guy as well. Yeah, no, First Man's for at least 25 years. I mean, I created him when I was a kid, but in print for probably, in one form. The first time it was in print was in '97. Yeah. And then, my first drawing book, Drawing Dynamic Comics, I couldn't use licensed characters, so I just figured, well, I might as well use my 3. Yeah. And it worked out well because, for the drawing book, First Man is the more, I guess you could say, average body type of a superhero. Monarch is the really brutish guy, right. And then Penumbra's the female. So for how to draw lessons, it worked out well for that. And then for the second book I did, Drawing American Manga Superheroes, I used them again inside that book as well. So, and then the first campaign for volume 1 that wrapped, and now we're into this one. So awesome. Now I saw this week Ethan recut your trailer with kind of your pitch in front of it, which is really cool. It reminded me of
I got to get that.
Yeah, you definitely get that and get it on your campaign, because that was a really cool cut together. That's what the guys that made Frega's trailer did as well, because he captured that genuine pitch from a live stream that's just totally out of context, but in there. I really dug that. So did I. I was surprised when he, I think it was Saturday night when he was pitch it, and I was like, okay, and we did it twice. He was like, all right, let's try it again. And I was like, okay. So, and I don't know if that's what he had in mind. I have no idea if he thought that's what he was going to do. But yeah, I do need to get that from him because it worked out really well. So. Yeah, it so did. But for people that might not know about the character in the world, what's kind of the basic story of this book? The elevator pitch, where you kind of combine things people already know about so they get a better feel, would be taking your mixing bowl, taking a little bit of Spider-Man with the Peter Parker Spider-Man sarcastic humor, throwing that in, throwing a little bit of Shazam into it, because the aspect of Shazam in this is Billy Batson, the little kid turned into the big hero,
And my guy here, Luke Henry, who's the college student, so he's not like, I think Billy Batson was high school. Luke Henry's a college student that gains this power and transforms into the character. So it's not like a costume he puts on and off. He, physically transforms. And then a little bit of Captain Marvel from the standpoint of the cosmic aspect of Captain Marvel with the space stuff and with Thanos and stuff like that. And then the reason I called this one Learning Curve is because, as the trailer shows, he defeated Monarch in the first book. I don't really consider that a spoiler because you don't know how. So it's still intriguing to pick up that book and find out how it all went down.
For sure.
Now he comes back to Earth, and he has to learn how to be a hero because, the first book, he really just became it. So he didn't have like even 2 months to kind of settle into this. It was like, whoa, I got these powers. What's going on? And then Monarch basically came into the picture, and he had to kind of, figure that out with Penumbra on how to defeat him. So this one, he has to juggle being a college student, learning how to use his powers and be a hero, while, of course, it wouldn't be a comic without a new threat. There's a new threat in terms of the Fourth World Foundation, which is this group of 4 scientists that create this other being named Adonis. And at first you don't know if their motives are on the up and up. We'll just say when they try to contact. They try to contact First Man, and the last panel of that 2-page spread with the silhouette of the characters, that's actually the first little hint of the Fourth World guys viewing First Man as he flies away from what he was just doing on that spread.
Awesome.
So
this character is super it gives me reminiscent thoughts of like the old Captain Marvel, Shazam, and stuff like that. I really love that character and that aspect of you have this younger person in this very powerful body, and how that affects their life and how they behave in the superhero body. Love that. Now, obviously, your guy could fly. What other powers does he have besides that?
I mean, he's got flight. He's got power, blasts.
Cool.
Obviously, John Byrne came up with this, and I thought it was really cool in terms of you can't just give a superhero like one power because, and this is the example I believe he gave. He basically said, let's say you have super strength, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Well, then you lift a car over your head and you die because your bones aren't stronger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So with super strength, you've got to have some sort of invulnerability, or you would pick something up really heavy and it would just crush you. So with obviously, really super strength comes a certain amount of invulnerability. He has the power, blasts. He doesn't really need to breathe when he's in that form. So if he has to go up into space, he can. And I think I'd say that's about it.
That's cool.
Unless we discover more as the story goes on.
Sure, for sure. And that's the cool thing about, creating our own characters, because we could do that. We could have different arcs where the characters grow and different things happen to them. Maybe they become even more powerful and stuff like that. You see that a lot in like manga where people keep like leveling up. It seems like.
Right.
Question in the chat here. It's more for me. Did you finally get a haircut, Phil? Yes, I did. I got a haircut this weekend, Rick. Appreciate it.
Why would somebody ask you that when they see me right here? I cannot benefit from those anymore. That is so cruel.
How insensitive.
I don't have the joy of going to a barber or a hairstylist anymore.
Jim's in the chat. What's up, Jim O'Reilly? Thanks for tuning in. Creators Outlet as well. I appreciate you guys hanging out here, chilling with us on Wednesday afternoon.
Yep.
If you guys could hit the like button on the video, and the link is in the description below for this campaign, so you guys can check it out, follow along. Let's look at some more awesome art. Look at this. Yeah, there's this laser blast. Oh, cool.
Well, and the other thing I was going to say is the only 2 people that know his secret are his parents, because he lives with his parents.
Oh, cool.
And like I said, I want to have some aspect of humor to the book. So that's like on this page where he's coming home. Dad's doing a little trimming, and he's like, I got this. And he lights the bushes on fire. And Dad's like, doesn't matter if you're a 7 feet tall, buff ass superhero, get to your room. I don't need this aggravation from you right now. So
that's a cool dynamic that you don't see a lot in superhero comics, where you have the family aspect of them knowing it. And I remember from the first campaign, there was an image of him just lounging in the living room on the couch, but as in the Apollo form. That was really cool. Yeah, that definitely adds a good touch of humor to the book, I'm sure.
Yep. And then this page basically is the next day, and his dad kind of bursts in. He's like, Luke, wake up. The First Word Foundation's on TV, and they're like asking for First Man. You should probably go check it out. And he's like, what? So
awesome.
That's where he goes to meet him and stuff for the first time. And then obviously the big reveals the next page, where you see the 4 characters a lot better. I mean, you see their heads there. But.
Yeah, I really love this character here, Penumbra. Such a cool name for a character, and great body type. I really appreciate that, Andy.
Yeah, she's I try to, even though I do more of a, I guess you call it pseudo-realistic, art style, because I consider guys like Ed McGuinness and Humberto Ramos and J. Scott Campbell, cartoony superhero, right? And then I consider myself and like a Carlos Pacheco and, Bart for that matter, and Ethan too, pseudo-realistic, because we do realistic stuff, but we still, exaggerate it here and there.
Right.
And with these characters, for her especially, I wanted, and since she's not human, I wanted to give her a more lean, statuesque type build compared to, other females that I might draw in the book and stuff. So
yeah, I saw her powers in the first book. She has like these kind of like dark miasma-esque powers.
That's what I think, if I remember right, because I actually came up with the name Penumbra back when I was a teenager as well.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, it has something to do with like the darkest part of a shadow or something, because the opposite of Penumbra is Umbra.
Oh, I like that too.
And
I literally looked this up last night. It's the outer edge, darkest part of a shadow of an opaque object. It's very specific.
Yeah. And that's why I gave her the dark manipulation type power, where she can manipulate this dark energy basically that can envelop you. It can, it's almost, you can almost say it's like a Medusa, in regards of Medusa can lift things up with her hair and throw things around, and she can kind of do stuff like that with the dark power of hers. And she can teleport with it as well.
I've always loved characters like that. There's this DC villain named Shade, and he's like that guy with the top hat, and he's got the cane that does stuff like that. I think he was a Starman villain from his city. Always loved it. They put him in the Justice League cartoons. Loved that. I have my character, the Silhouette, as along those lines, but he's like a ghost. He's like an actual living shadow. So I really dig that stuff. It's not really a power set that has been explored a lot, but and I like that. So are these characters friends now? Does she have a question?
These two right here we're looking at?
Yeah.
The two we're looking at here, so that's actually Apollo. And Apollo and Penumbra's backstory is that obviously they're not from Earth, so that's their planet that they're on, and has that cool moon in the background. They actually were a couple on the planet, and they were also, he was a scientist. And without giving, I don't want to give away too much from the first one, but you find out what happens to him in the first volume of First Man. And that, with what happens to him, that's why there's a sort of a special bond between Penumbra and First Man. And when I say special, I don't mean like special as in like a lovey, friendly type way. It's just there's this specific bond that she has with First Man, and it has something to do with what happened to Apollo in the book, which also ties in with why she's not a fan of Monarch, because it's something that he did
very good
to Apollo.
We got Captain.
It's kind of vague, but I want to keep it that way because, I want people to buy the first one. So
for sure, yeah, and people could grab the first one still on this campaign, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, awesome.
And this is Quasar, for people that don't realize, was actually my first monthly book at Marvel back in.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Captain Curl says First Man has that 80s, 90s Quasar Infinity War Marvel cosmic vibe. It sure does. Yeah.
Yep. That's what I was going for. So
glad you went with Penumbra instead of the runner-up name of Sugar.
That was the runner-up name too, but I was going to spell it Tittz, just so people wouldn't go, well, that is just in your face.
Right. It's a little.
And then I thought, Penumbra sounds better. The funny thing is, because Umbra, and I know you said you looked up Penumbra. Going back to my crappy memory from 30 years ago or 35 years ago, I want to say Umbra, like I said, is the opposite of Penumbra. But it just didn't sound, because when I first created Apollo and Penumbra, they were supposed to be opposites. I mean, you look at his costume and it's yellow and it's bright, and everything compared to hers. But Umbra just, I don't know, I didn't like it. Penumbra I really liked. I liked the way it sounds. Umbra I didn't. So I was like, well, Apollo sounds better and gives you that feel. So
let's see, we got some fans of Panera in the chat.
Oh, there you go. I love
Pantera. People are liking Pantera. Pantera slabs. Like Shade. Andy's hair is always looking sharp. There we go.
I try. It's this, of course. I got to dye it again. I used to actually dye this. That's how vain I am. I was like, "Ooh, it's gray. Can't have that."
No, let's look at some more of this. I love how you do like the little bios here to get people caught up. Dig that.
Yep.
Yeah. And then look at this. This is awesome.
That's my buddy Bart Sears rocking the variant cover.
Yeah, I love like these hand parts in the abdomen. He makes it look like it's chrome. Really.
Yep.
Dig that. And this is something that I really liked from the first campaign. You had these little ads here.
I loved, growing up. I'm a child of the 70s and 80s, and I remember buying comics that had the Hostess ads and stuff with Spider-Man defeating Doc Ock by just throwing Twinkies at him. Doc, you're just hungry. Have some Twinkies. So for the first one, I did a parody ad, and I like to do it in an old school type John Buscema-esque style, because John was one of my idols growing up. And so I try to mimic his rendering style and the way he drew faces and stuff. And then, of course, newsprint and flat color. So
yeah, I love that, dude. So cool. This is something, though, that I hate in modern comics, because they make it look like it's part of the comic. Literally, last week I picked up an issue just because of something that had Lobo on the cover, and I was reading through it, and it had Tyler Kirkham's art in it. And then I turned the page and was reading it, and I'm like, why is the Flash here, trying to save kids in a school? And then you get to the last panel and he's eating a Snickers bar. Like, what the hell did I just read and waste my time for?
I know, they do that. Like, they did it with the Superman one too. And it's literally a 2-page spread right in the middle of the book. And because it's, they're doing it modern, and they're using, I think Ivan Rice drew one, Aaron drew one. He drew one with Shazam.
Oh yeah.
And you don't realize till you get to the end of it that you're like, oh my God, this was just an ad. It's like, guys, put this at the end of the book. Like, that's the one thing I like about doing the crowdfunded stuff is, well, I mean, one, we don't generally put ads in the book anyhow, like real ads. But if we were going to, we would just dump them in the back of the book so it doesn't interrupt the flow of the story.
Sure.
Exactly.
But that's stupid that they do that.
Yeah, totally.
So head sketches, these are cool. So how does this work? Are these random head sketches? Are they specific to a backer?
It's specific to the backer. I always ask the backer to send me, basically I ask them to send me a list of 3 characters, and then I pick one, so they still get a surprise.
Nice.
and they still get something they want.
Awesome.
And then, like I had one guy basically send me Storm, Colossus, and Jean Grey. And then at the bottom, the bottom of the email, he said, but I was really hoping I could just ask for Storm. I mean, I wrote him back. I'm like, dude, Storm's fine. Yeah. I do that because, look, I'll be honest. If somebody gives me a list, and let's say it's traditional Iron Man, Hulkbuster Iron Man, and then, Colossus, whatever. I can tell you right now, I'm not doing Hulkbuster Iron Man because it's like, dude, that's not easy.
Yeah.
It's like I had a guy come up to me at a convention one time with a sketch cover, and I think it was like an Avenger sketch cover or something. And I was like, yeah, I can do it. I got my price list up, and he saw the price list, and he's like, I'm like, so what do you want me to draw on the sketch cover? And he's like, how about a full figure? And I go, yeah, I can do that. Who do you want? And he said, Hulkbuster Iron Man. And I said, nope.
It's all tech.
I said, not for that. I said, not for that price.
Yeah.
and it's not even the price. I'm like, dude, this is a con. I need to do as many drawings as I can. This would take me all day.
Yeah, lots of traditional art here you're offering, which is awesome. I think that the best thing about people that do traditional is they could offer to the backers, which is great. This is something that I saw you had on your first campaign. This is the program book, right?
Yep, it's the program book, and the first half, well, not even half, because it's 40 pages.
Yeah.
And I believe the first 15 or so spotlight different artists that I know that did their rendition of First Man. And then the last part of the book, last 25 pages, is all, layouts and sketches and stuff, the kind of the making of First Man.
Yeah, I was on a stream with John Malin, and he had this. He pulled it out, and he was showing it off. I think it was the day you launched. And there's some really cool stuff in there. Like you had like Monarch, his size versus his ship. It looked like.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Thank you. I designed his ship in the program SketchUp, that 3D program from Google. Yeah. I'm definitely not an expert at that program compared to some people I know, but I can do basic stuff. Like I design like Luke Henry's bedroom that's on one of the pages up there. I designed that whole bedroom in SketchUp, so when I draw it, I can move the camera anywhere I want in the room and everything stays in its proper place. So same with actually his house and his neighborhood.
Let's see. Dr. Mask is here as well. What's up? Says he's trying to see how many Andy Smith streams he could watch this week.
Dude, I was on 5 yesterday.
That's crazy. Yeah, I got
well, 2 of them were mine, but still.
He asked, how about Hella for a head sketch? Is that the Marvel?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Thor's sister or whatever.
Yeah, I do her. Because she just has those things popping off. Those are nothing.
Yeah, those are pretty cool. That's like super Kirby-esque style.
Oh yeah. She'd be cool to do.
Captain Crow says, Andy, how many issues of Quasar did you do in the early 90s? I used to read Quasar back then, and I think that's why I recognize your art style.
I started on issue 40. Halfway through, the regular artist couldn't finish, so they hired me to finish off the last half of issue 40. And then I did 41 through 50. And there was one issue, I want to say it was issue 48, maybe, or 49 I didn't do. They had it fill in just so I could do 50 because 50 was thicker, I believe. And then I left the book and went to work at Image, but then I came back and did issue 59, which had Thanos in it, and then Star Fox and teamed up with Quasar to fight Thanos. So
that's awesome. Yeah, I didn't realize that. Let me see here. Yeah, check this out. Some.
Oh no, that is it. That's a spot. Yeah, I got to draw the Watcher.
Look at the Watcher.
That's it. Yeah, that is.
Is that quick Google?
Crap. Dude, I have not honestly looked at this stuff in I don't know how many years.
I love doing this to artists where like yesterday, Dale Keown was on Ethan's, and Patrick pulled out the Samurai book, his first published book ever. And Dale's like, oh no, don't show that.
All right. You do know, I mean, you might not know. I've said it on a couple streams, but you might not have seen them. You know, I own a 2-page spread of Dale's artwork.
No, I think I might have heard that. But what was it from?
I'm going to show you.
Oh, awesome.
Give me 1 second here. I'm going to open up a window here and show you. Yeah. It's from it is from one of those books. It's from Dragon Force, so I'll tell you that much.
Oh wow.
And you remember when Dale did that book, he did all the coloring as well. So like he colored everything with watercolors or Dr. Martin dyes. So the page I'm going to show you is 100% Dale. So give me a second here. I'm just opening it up.
This is kind of cool. You got Quasar. You got
oh yeah, Hercules.
And was that what he went by? That Thor, Thunderstrike, or something?
Yeah, Thunderstrike. Yep.
And Hercules.
Yep. Oh wow, that was a cool panel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a spread.
It looks like a spread.
It does look like a spread.
Yeah, it's
a 2-page spread. Holy crap. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't I still have a good amount of that stuff because I did sell my art back then. Yeah. But then I didn't sell any of the Quasar covers because I inked all the covers. So I have all the covers except for one because I traded it to another artist for a piece of his work.
Yeah.
But wow, that is
it's awesome.
Anytime.
It's just cool that we get to, look back at this stuff, and it's awesome that I get to hang out with guys like you and all these guys that have so much history.
I appreciate it.
The business. No, it's awesome. Learning a lot. All right, here's this spread that you got here. Whoa!
So that's a 2-page spread.
Yeah, I think I saw you post this somewhere.
Yeah, that is 17 inches high by 22 across.
And this is traditionally colored?
Yeah.
Like that's wow.
It's on Bristol board. It's on, regular Bristol board paper, except it's on one big sheet, so it's not taped together.
Okay.
And it's, it's colored with, I believe, probably Dr. Martin dyes, because that was kind of the traditional thing. Even like Dr. Martin dyes were used for coloring comics back then for the color guides.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons is because unlike watercolor, dyes are more vibrant for one than watercolor, but also once dyes are colored and put down, you could hit it with water and they're not going to run and reactivate. Whereas watercolor will reactivate if you hit it with water 2 years later.
Yeah.
So they colored the stuff with dyes, and then if there was ever some type of accident, it wasn't an issue. So I saw this, dude. I only paid. I've had it for about 20 years. I think I got it for like $200.
Wow, that's insane, man. Dale Keown, super early stuff, colored by himself. That chrome looks so good. I know. Traditionally colored stuff blows my mind. Like, I have a piece that Shelby Robertson did for me recently for a contest we're running. If you guys sign up for the mailing list of the Lost Pages 2, he did this, and this is
sweet.
And that's my character, the People, and he did that on stream. And it's just so cool to watch.
That's cool.
And yeah, traditionally colored stuff, when it's good, it just blows my mind. Now, was this character like a martial arts guy? How did he work?
Dragon Force? I actually have most of the Dragon Force books because, I'm a Dale fan.
Yeah.
I don't actually remember, to tell you the truth. I also don't remember what his deal is. I haven't read him in forever. So I don't really know, but you can it's difficult doing this because I'm a guy that lives by the whiteout when I ink my work. And if you use whiteout, once you start using whiteout, you're basically screwed when it comes to trying to do color like this because the color just won't go over it that well.
Yeah, I can imagine because it creates like a terrain almost, like,
Yeah. This piece is like no whiteout. I mean, unless he was doing it for a color effect. He just, inked it, and if he made any inking mistakes, he just rolled with it. So,
damn, that is super cool. Thanks for sharing that, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude.
Really sick. All right, let's get back to First Man 2. Now these pieces, are these in the program book of you got George Perez?
Oh yeah, they're all in there.
So
oh, yeah.
cool.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be cool.
I only showed a few of them. Like I said, there's like 15 of them, I think.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I showed. So
that's awesome because you get that's my favorite part. I mean, I'm not an artist, but as a writer and creating characters for my universes, one of my favorite things, two of them. One is seeing other creators draw my characters and commissioning them to do so. And then fan art. Fan art is amazing to see. Like people just going out of their way to draw and interpret your characters is so cool. And this was awesome for you to see all these guys doing that. It's awesome.
Yeah, it totally was. I mean, and a lot of those, because people are like, how'd you get so many of them and whatever? And I tell them, I go, well, to be totally honest, a lot of them, like let's see, two of them on this.
Yeah.
The George Perez and Bart's are both in my first drawing book, Drawing Dynamic Comics, because there's a chapter in the book where I talk about penciling style.
Yeah.
And the whole gist of the chapter is to say, look, I'm teaching you the basics to draw. You start with basic shapes, you learn anatomy, so on and so forth. But over time, you'll create your own style. And to show that, here's these drawings of First Man by different artists that all start with the same foundation. Yeah. So I just asked the guys, I sent everybody an email saying, hey, I'm launching this book. And I'd like to do this with your art if you're cool with it, because I still have all the art. And they're like, yeah, go ahead. So,
yeah, for sure, man. We got it's McGee in the chat. What's up? We're just wrapping up here, Crystal.
Yeah.
Now this is a cool thing. I just unlocked the oversized trading cards, which is something unique that you do. I really dig. And this is a great dynamic shot. Awesome colors. Who does your color work for the book? And this.
Oh, go back down. Go down. It's under the creators are right there. Oh. Her name is Ilaria Fella. She's from Italy.
Nice.
Great. Bart actually got me in touch with her. He has her color, his stuff for heavy metal, and recommended me to her. So. Yeah,
looks so cool. I love the lighting and the shine. This is great. All this stuff, man. Everybody, if you guys have not yet, definitely pick up First Man 2 and the first one, the original First Man, to get all the story, because it is like a continuation, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're self-contained stories. Mm-hmm. So I have it basically planned out for now as a trilogy. So there would be a volume 3, but each volume is a self-contained story with a nice beginning, middle, and end. But there, of course, is always that little subplot through line that'll carry through.
Yeah.
But they definitely aren't to be continued. Ha, sucker, you got to get the next one.
Right. Well, that's good. That's the way I do my stuff too. You want that self-contained story. Yeah. And how many pages is this book?
The whole book itself will be 64.
Beautiful.
It's not all 64 story. There is, kind of like the first book, I did bio pages in the form of the old Marvel Universe bio pages for the characters of. I did it for Luke Henry, First Man, Apollo, Penumbra, and Monarch. So in this book, I'm going to do bio pages for the members of the Fourth World Foundation. So those 4 members, and an Adonis. So there's going to be 5 bio pages along the lines of the original handbook of the Marvel Universe, and then the parody ad and some other stuff, because the high stretch goals will add 4 pages at a time to the story. So if we hit those stretch goals, then the rest of the book will pretty much be the bio pages and the parody ad.
That's awesome.
And stuff. So yeah.
And
it's square bound, so it's nice, it's nice square bound, not stapled and stuff.
Awesome.
So
one last question here. Would you ever consider doing a digital tier for those who live on the other side of the planet with crazy shipping, high taxes, and more? Yeah, that's interesting. Some people do it, some people don't.
Yeah, I haven't done it. I know it's the shipping. I know for there's that whole VAT tax thing going on, but that doesn't apply to books. So there is no tax. It is the shipping, and I understand shipping to the UK is like $25, so I totally get it. Of course, the salesman in me says the shipping is the same cost if you were to get like three, like there's one tier that has 3 books. So if you did that, you're paying the 25, but you're getting 3 books instead of 1. I really have to think about it. I'm not a big fan of digital. So
yeah, we do digital on our stuff, and we always get like around 13 backers, usually always from out of the country. And people seem happy with that. But yeah, I know a lot of people have different thoughts on it, and you know, you have to put it together in a specific way. So you have like a different file that's for the digitals, so all the double page spreads are together.
Yep.
But yeah, it's definitely a discussion to have. But this is probably what I'm going to pick up here. This is the First Man, Volume 1 and 2. I'm sorry, Andy. I'm probably going to grab the Bart Sears cover.
I don't care. Go ahead.
But yeah, if you guys haven't yet grabbed any of these books, definitely jump on this tier here. Great price, and you get 2 full stories in it. It's going to be kick-ass, and some classic superhero stuff that we're just not seeing a lot of over here in like Indiegogo and crowdfunding. You know, you have, I feel like a lot of that crowdfunded stuff is kind of like old school Vertigo, where you have everything but superheroes, you know?
Oh, right. Yeah.
But it's good to see some kick-ass laser blasting, big muscle heads going up against each other like the old days.
Yeah.
So yeah, Andy, anything else before we get out of here? You want to?
No, that's it. Just give it a look and back it, because as Phil knows, it's your guys' support that helps us put these books out for you. So
for sure, man. And then yeah, Andy, you also have a YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, yes I do. I have a YouTube channel. I do a daily show in the morning, and then generally I jump on in afternoons as well, while the campaign's going, just so I can talk about it more and whatnot. So, oh, your mic's off.
Thank you. Yeah. There was a truck passing by. Before we take off here, I wanted to show off what I got coming up. We reach over here and grab these books. We just got the proof copy in for Magic Cop 2, which will be it's all printing at the printers right now. So this is the whole story, 92 pages. It's got a kick-ass back cover by Sweens, awesome Pablo Romero front cover. And these should be here by the end of next week. And then next weekend, we're going to be shipping all of them out. We're going to start fulfillment through all of next month. And then after that, so you guys could still go on over to Indiegogo, grab Magic Cop 2. It's shipping super soon. And then after that, we're going to be launching the sequel to The Lost Pages, which is going to be super fun. If you guys love vigilantes and superheroes, we're trying to take a stab at it. The first one went super well. People are still backing it because it's in demand.
He froze. He froze.
I froze? Am I good now? I think Andy's freezing because his connection. But hopefully, guys, let me know if you can still hear me. But yeah, check out The Lost Pages 2, because we are offering some amazing giveaways. If you guys sign up for the mailing list, the link is in the description below. You'll see this page with some awesome art and little backstory into what the book is going to be about. Thank you so much. Really like the first Lost Pages. Yeah, rip Andy.
I know. I don't know. Oh, there. Wait, there I am.
It was you, Andy. It's okay though.
It was me. See, on my end, you froze, but I didn't. So I guess it was me. Oh well.
No problem. Yeah, we're just gonna wrap it up here. But here's some of the cool pieces of art that you guys are able to win if you sign up for the Lost Pages. Alan Alonso did a version of The People. He did this kind of for the 4th of July weekend. And then who else we have here? He did another one, traditional art. That first one I showed you was colored pencil coloring. And then, of course, the Shelby Robertson one. And then my brother did one. It's this one. It's a peep as the people, and it's the people. So a lucky mailing list member is going to be winning that. So it's going to be
That's
cool.
Awesome.
So all those links are down below in the description. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe, and we will see you guys later in the week with more videos. Tonight I'll be on Art T Bear's stream for the Pontificators, and then after that I'll be on Bancroft's stream talking about the Lost Pages sign up. So again, thank you guys. Go sign up.
Thank you.
And back first, man. Thanks, Andy.
Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
See ya.